All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another brand new episode of the podcast. And of course, as always, you got one of your favorite hosts, Eduardo. Now, the White Rhino is not with me today. And by now, you'll probably notice that we're only doing audio. But I do have a very special guest with me today. And we're going to be touching on a subject that she's been wanting to talk about. And she's been wanting to get on the pod. And of course, not only we have wifey, my lovely wife, on the podcast. So say hi to all our 10 viewers and listeners. So she's on here with me today, and we're going to be talking, of course, about the infamous Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Is that her name?
Amber Turd.
Amber Turd. Well, we'll get to that turd part here in a bit. But of course, the White Rhino is going to be absent to this episode, but he will be back on the next one. He's doing his thing and being heavily intoxicated over there in the South. Hopefully, he is A-OK and hasn't OD'd or anything like that. So, miss ya. We'll have you back. But okay, so the notable or the famous Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case has been the talk of the month, 2 months, whatever you may have it. Now, let's go back and let's kind of, I guess, retract on everything that's been going on. But just for people that probably hasn't really looked into this like as me, like I've only seen like bits and pieces of just people that make videos and explaining what's going on. So break down to me, how did this go about and when did it really start? Because Johnny Depp is kind of like a low-key type person where he doesn't really put himself out there, but all this happened. So I guess try to explain to me and all the lovely viewers and listeners that are going to be, listening to this podcast or this episode, like, how did this come about? Like, what happened in the beginning with all this? How did the drama unfold, I guess you can say?
So there was allegations based from Amber Heard that he was abusive towards her, towards their boyfriend, girlfriend, the relationship from the start. They got married. So the reason why he is suing her is based off defamation. Okay. He's saying that what she wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post back in, I believe it was 2018. And based off of that, he lost his main character, which of course we all know him as Captain Jack Sparrow. Okay. He lost Captains of the Caribbean 6. So he's suing her because, based on the allegations she made, which he is saying that are not true, he lost his character and other opportunities.
So this pretty much swindles down to pretty much she's saying that he was abusing her, right? Physically. Yes. Uh-huh. And I guess for me, I hardly really pay attention to what's going on. Like, when it comes to people, like obviously celebrities, A-list celebrities or whatever, I really don't pay attention. But when it comes down to Johnny Depp, to me, I have respect for the man because he's for one, a phenomenal actor too. I said it before and we said it on the podcast, and I think you can agree. He's got the craziest swag in the fucking world, and I respect that because I always say the man can put on anything and make it work, and it just has you thinking like, how the fuck does that work? It only works on him, but he's overall like just an overall good actor, and he just seems like a decent human being, because I've seen videos of him dressing up as Captain Jack Sparrow, going to like hospitals and stuff and doing those in-person visits with the younger kids and just people that are going through those tough times. So from the outside looking in, to me, he seems like an awesome individual. Now, of course, we never know what's going on behind closed doors, so you always kind of have to have that, I guess, open mind in a sense. We never know what's going on with, people on the inside instead of, only looking from the out. But so Amber Heard pretty much, is suing him for. So what's the number? Because I have a feeling now that there's a huge number involved. Because I talked a little bit about this with two friends while I was playing Warzone yesterday. Shout out to Jeff and Antonio. But we were talking about how there's money involved, and I'm assuming now. Again, this is me going off me not knowing. You know a little bit more because you always know better. How much is Amber suing Johnny Depp for?
So he is suing her for $30 million. I think it's $30 million. Or it might have gone up.
So Johnny Depp is suing Amber.
He's suing her for defamation. She's counter suing him for $100 million.
Jesus.
But she doesn't want anything from him. Just $100 million.
Just $100 mil. Just $100, dude. I'm telling you, $100 mil can go a long ways, especially just for like for us. Like $100 mil is like holy shit.
We'll be set for life.
We're set for life and more. But for them, it's like $100 or $1,000. I mean, to me, it just always. $100 million, babe? $100 million is a lot, though.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of money.
Even just like $2 million is a lot.
Yeah, even a mil.
It's 2 houses.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like even a mil is quite a bit. But yeah, no. So Johnny Depp for 30 or 20.
No, I think it's 50.
50. and then Amber for 100.
Yeah, so 80% more.
So there's a number out there being flown around. I know we're kind of jumping all over this place, but I'm trying to kind of like go from the beginning to start. There's a number out there now being said that she wants to settle for 210 or something like that, 200, something above like 200 million.
I haven't heard that.
Oh, I don't know. It was all over obviously I get this stuff from like Instagram or Twitter. So everything's kind of like all over the place. So now, when did this start though? In the years, what was it? 2000.
The end of he sued her December 2019. So right when COVID was getting ready to come and shake everybody up.
Oh shit.
Which is why it's so delayed.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because during all that time, of course, everything was kind of like locked down. Everything was more about COVID.
Yeah, everybody
vaccine
was
and all
run,
that.
stay home.
Yeah, stay home, get all the fucking tissue. Toilet paper and all that stuff.
Yep.
Survival mode. So I guess that makes sense why we really haven't heard of this case now. But so one thing that makes me kind of, I guess you can say my ear stand up is the fact that they're really publicizing this whole case in general and putting it out to the public. And that's kind of me on my conspiratorial side that out of every, like for example, right, with Ghislaine Maxwell, with what she's doing with Jeffrey Epstein, that was never really publicized, but now we're publicizing this whole Amber and Johnny Depp case and just putting it out there like it's like a fucking soap opera series. I guess that's what people were watching.
Maybe that's why I like it.
I guess so. I think everybody is really taking note and detail into like making content out of it because, I mean, we're making content out of it right now, but I was reading an article today that like a lot of people got major followings and views because they're like dissecting this case like, day by day or whenever it happens. So, I mean, I guess you could say the internet works for good stuff like that where it breaks down and simplifies, or simplifies the word? No, it's not.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Okay. It simplifies things a lot better. So, okay. So for me, I'm just kind of still more like damn, they're really putting this out there and just kind of showing everybody that, this is what's going on. Johnny Depp is
so public.
Yeah, so public, where she's saying that he hit him. But I'm kind of understanding, again, I want to ask you, they're saying that they kind of both had hands in this where he was abusing her as well, right?
So the main reason why it's so public is because, number one, she made it public. Okay. She's the one that allegedly wrote this op-ed, but it wasn't based off Johnny. And in her words, it was how I survived my abusive relationship. But if you do the math, who else were you married to at that time?
Okay.
You see? So it's like, I don't think you were married to two different people at the same time. There's only one person that she could have been talking about, even though she doesn't mention his name in that article.
It's like kind of like, what does the saying go? It's like the elephant in the room. Like
Pretty
who else
much.
could it be?
Yeah.
So there was also another article that they were saying that she was in another abusive relationship before Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
and she got arrested, right?
Oh, so here's the crazy part.
Okay.
She was dating this other woman. Her name is Tessa. She assaulted her. You guess where?
Where?
SeaTac Airport.
Oh, yeah. That's where it was. That's crazy. So this was 2009.
Yeah. So she met Johnny Depp 2011 because he gave her the chance. And he said that he casted her for a role in a movie they did together.
What movie was that?
I can't think of the name. I can look it up.
Okay. So while my lovely wife's looking that movie up. Yes. So that's what had happened.
Yeah.
In 2009, Amber pretty much assaulted her partner. Yeah, her partner. And I guess the charges were dropped. Nothing really went through. Yeah. But I mean, she has signs of, being physically abusive. I mean, you could say that.
The room diary.
The room diary. Okay.
No, rum diary.
The rum
like
diary.
The drink.
Oh, the rum diary. Okay. So, yeah. So she has, I guess, history that she's known to do this type of shit. So, I mean, you kind of have to take them into consideration, knowing that now with this, you got to follow the trails where it goes. So now, fast forward. She's dating Johnny Depp, the man with the craziest swag. Now it's, becoming this thing where like, it's kind of, I want to say not funny, but it's kind of crazy how people would dissect videos when they were together where like they were pointing out that Johnny kind of had like that body language where he was kind of being kind of like, flinches and all that stuff like that. Like, do you believe that's like, okay, so your opinion, just right off rip. Do you think that she really was laying hands on Johnny Depp, like being more abusive than he was? I'm not saying that he wasn't. I mean, we'll get to that part, but do you think like what would be do you think she was as abusive as I guess people are portraying her to be, or just the case that the way they're really I guess making her to be that type of person?
I feel like they were probably both abusive, and not just physically. I feel like emotionally they were both abusive towards each other. They were just a toxic couple. I remember when it came out that they were together. And I just thought, wow, that's such an odd couple. If you look at his past relationships with Winona and with the mother of his kids.
Oh, he has kids, huh?
Yeah, he has 2 kids.
Oh shit.
So, and he was with them for years. You know, so then when they got together, I was kind of like, oh, that's weird, because she was what, 24?
Yeah, she's pretty young.
And he was
older.
almost 50.
Yeah.
So that maturity level, like, can you imagine that being at 23 married to somebody that's 50?
Yeah. I mean, it's different. I mean, it just depends on the situation. But no, I couldn't imagine myself
Yeah.
with that. It's a large age gap, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So he has 2 kids, okay, and he was married. He was previously married before, right?
No, he's never been married.
He's never
just
married
to her. He was just with
shit. Okay.
He was with Winona for a couple years, and then he was with his baby mama for 14 years.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. So for the longest time though, like it almost kind of like I'm kind of starting to remember where he kind of, I wouldn't say fell off the face of the planet of the earth, but like, or the face off the earth, whatever you want to say it. But he kind of went low key, and then we never really heard of him until this happened. But I always wondered, and now it makes sense why he was so absent through that whole time, because I bet Hollywood just kind of like, I guess, just didn't want to. Yeah, they shut him out. They didn't want to hire him for any movies and all that.
Proven innocent.
That's crazy. So, I mean, could we say that was a result of this whole cancel culture we're living in, where like they find one piece of thing, like a tabloid put something out, and all of a sudden, nope, we're gonna cancel Johnny Depp. That's it. No questions asked. You know, we're not gonna give a fuck about the court system and how that works. We're gonna shut him out, and that's that.
100%.
But what's crazy? So now, I mean, as we're going into this, it's kind of reversing, and they're saying that Amber's being more blamed to this, and that everybody's on her ass now, and Johnny Depp is like the victim in this case.
Well, yeah, because now it's so public that they're coming out with we're gonna have to talk about what happened yesterday with his lawyer going in on her yesterday. Like, that was, I mean, you heard me, like, yesterday and the day before, I was so into it, because it's just, the evidence is crazy to me. It's crazy that she won that UK trial because of the Australia incident. Based off all this, that was like, the same evidence that she gave then, she's giving now.
Yeah. And
I'm just like, is our like system just that messed up?
Yeah, I know. I mean, sometimes we ask ourselves, like, some of these people that go through the trial system and they almost get like a slap on the wrist for just horrendous crimes. It's crazy to kind of see that sometimes play out. So, okay, we'll get to that juicy part. I definitely want to,
it's my favorite part.
I know it's your favorite part. We'll get to that juicy part, but I definitely want to go through some interesting parts. Now, if you could say, what are the top things that came out during this whole trial so far, leading up to this, I guess, yesterday. So we're recording this on Thursday, so Wednesday. So what are the few things? I know one of the hot takes was, of course, Amber Heard shitting on the bed pretty much, and we made fun of that on our previous episode. Go check that out; it's available. So what specifically happened? Like, break that down to me. So did she do it out of anger, or did she do it as like, here, Johnny Depp, this is what I think about you, and just landed a hot one, or how did that happen? Like, what led up to that point?
You're talking about the human fecal matter?
Fecal matter. Yeah.
So basically, Johnny Depp said that it was a bad joke that she was playing on him. I mean, I love playing jokes on you, but that's not a joke I play on you.
I mean, it would be me, but like in the toilet, like in a respectful place, but not even just doing that. The thought of doing that, I never do that. No.
So, he was just saying that, it was supposed to be like a joke, or based off text that they found of her sending to her friends. It was supposed to be a joke. But a lot of people are saying, in theory, that she purposely left it on his side of the bed to kind of frame him as a, look how crazy he is. He even like poops in his bed.
What the hell?
Yeah. Because I believe the person that took the picture of that scene, it was his maid.
Oh, wow.
So she found it because when she was cleaning the rooms. So that was one of the top ones that stands out.
It's just, see,
and
stuff
then
like
check
that.
this out. So, you know what a teacup Yorkie is, right?
A little small thing. Yeah.
So she said that, the dog's pooped. That's a dog poop.
Yeah, that's that. I did see that.
And if you don't, I have gained so much like knowledge about how like people play jokes, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
But there's a couple people I watch on YouTube. And I follow on Instagram. Shout out to the House and Habit. She's, oh my God, my favorite right now. She posts every like minute of the trial. Like, really good info.
Yeah, it breaks it down and all that.
Yeah, she posted a picture that somebody sent to her saying, "These are my teacup Yorkies. Here's a little piece of poop, and here's a quarter as a reference."
Like literally taking it
taking it up a notch,
just so people know exactly what they're saying. This is the comparison of what like a Yorkie,
a teacup Yorkie,
teacup Yorkie poop. Like
next to a quarter.
Next to a quarter. That is insane. Yeah. That's how small it is?
Yeah. They're tiny. They're tiny dogs. They fit in one hand.
Man, my thing makes it look like a fucking pebble then, dude. Holy shit. That's insane. It's
like Hulk.
Like, why would you? I just don't get that, though. Like, it's like just that in general. It's like,
who has a stomach to do that?
I know. That's insane.
I mean, look how we get when we had to change our daughter.
I know, right? It's like, ugh, you want to get close to it, man. I have to like put like a freaking face mask and all that, like triple. But it's insane, though. That's it. That's what I thought was kind of like the most absurd. Like, I was like, what is this trial about? Like, is this for real right now? Or is this scripted? I just honestly think it's just like, they're putting so much out there. So that would be the I guess the top one, right? That came out of this trial. But, or one of the top.
No. For me personally, I believe the biggest one is the whole, did she donate the money that she got, the $7 million that she got from Johnny Depp as they settled their divorce? She pledged that she was going to divide it 3.5 million to ACLU, or one of those, and
ACLU, I think.
Yeah,
ACLU,
3.5 to Children's Hospital of LA, my city. Shout out. That is the big elephant in the room. Did you donate the money like you pledged, or did you not?
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's the hot one right now.
So this happened yesterday. So Wednesday, right?
This happened Monday.
Monday. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, okay, let's start with that. So pretty much Johnny Depp gave her, what was the estimated amount again?
It was 7 million.
7 million. Okay. So she would have to give it to someone to the ACLU, and then also some to Children's Hospital. Yeah. And the big mystery, or the big mystery right now is figuring out where that money went. Mm-hmm. So they didn't have any, like, I guess, any transcripts of like any movement of the money from like, oh, it went to this account to this account. It's just pretty much it evaporated, disappeared.
So Johnny Depp's account manager or account person went on the stand, and he brought paperwork saying he was paying Johnny Depp was paying Amber Heard in increments. I think it was like 200 like every month. Okay. So he said, the first payment was, for example, January 1st, 200. I think the first one was in November though. And then like the following month until he paid off, basically. So there's plenty of evidence that money came out of Johnny Depp's account and went into her account. So now the big mystery is, what did she do with the money?
Yeah.
Because the people that represent these two not funds, what are they called?
Their financial advisors, their financial people, like that local oversee their money and all that.
The two people that see the what is being received for their charities.
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure there's a word out there.
I'm sure there's a name, but we're not that smart.
Yeah, we're not that smart. No,
so the two people, they were on the stand via Zoom, and they testified that she hadn't given any money to them, both. Johnny Depp did donate $100,000 to both of them, so each, on her behalf. But what she said is that it doesn't take from basically the debt she has, her pledge. And then Mr. Elon Musk gave $500,000. But she said that doesn't take away from the debt I have with them. But she makes it seem like, oh, he did that because he wanted to, in my honor. It was her word. She said he donated that money in my honor.
I don't know. Sorry, I just can't take it from someone that fucking shits in the bed and say that type of shit. It's funny to me. Now, side note. So I don't know if you heard this, but is it true? Now, this is what they're saying out there. This is the tabloids, the fucking, the people that like to report this stuff. Is it true that like Amber Heard at one point was messing around with Elon?
Yes.
Oh, all right. So
and James Franco.
Oh my God. So
and Clara.
So this was during the time she was with Johnny, or no?
Yeah. Well,
what more evidence do we need? What more evidence? What more? I don't get that.
Well,
I don't get it.
Well, Elon, he was right after Johnny, but he was a smart one. He got out.
Oh, okay.
Hence why he's the richest man.
Yeah, richest man and smart man too.
Yeah, he was like, I'm out of here. Damn. This broad is crazy.
Damn.
And there was like pictures circulating about him like with a black eye. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, if you look at these pictures, he looks like he has like a black eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, so yeah, this is great. This is even more interesting than what I thought.
Know.
Okay, so let's go to the juicier stuff. Obviously, now we're going into Wednesday. So break down on what happened Wednesday and pretty much.
You mean Monday?
Or Monday? No, the in regards to the finances where the 210 mil and
that happened Monday.
Oh, that happened Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that there's even more juicier stuff happening as of late. Fill me in on that. Like what, or fill in the lovely people that listen to this. What's happening now? Like where does the trial stand in as of now?
So today today's Wednesday. On the stand, we saw her sister Whitney.
Okay.
She was there, and then now, so yesterday, Amber's team tried to get this case dismissed. I believe this is the second or third time that they're trying to just say like there's not enough evidence. The judge, real OG, she said no, there's evidence. In her words, she said there's plenty of evidence, like their motion is dismissed. So basically they have to keep going. Now this is going on a month already. This started in April.
Damn.
And once I started watching like the first hour, I was hooked instantly. And I haven't been able to stop. You see me, I'm always listening to it.
I take your word. I see that you're watching it, so I know you're.
As I'm working, I'm listening to it.
Yeah, you're listening to it and all that. I mean, you're more up to date than me. Like I said, I always hear like the punchlines, like her shitting on the bed, her being with Elon Musk, her asking for crazy amounts of money. Like I don't know the exact numbers, like I said, but you're giving it to us off rip. I just, like I said, to know kind of like trying to piece everything kind of like little by little to know kind of where this all happened, why it happened, and where we're at now to where what's her main objective to getting, because as of now she's being shunned from Hollywood as it is, because of course we've seen her. I mean, people don't know she was actually in the popular movies Aquaman. Now the second one's supposed to come out, and they're already saying they're already petitioning that they want her off that movie. I think they reached like a number of 7 million signatures for her to be canned out of that movie. And they even, I think she said on the stand as well, correct me if I'm wrong, but she said that they actually like they pretty much made her script, like her parts, way smaller now into comparison to how it was before. So they're not even trying to give her that much like screen time anymore. And they're pretty much trying to like shun her now, like not really trying to give her that much light. That's kind of what they were saying, or that's what she said on the trial, right? Or something like that. Like they were not really giving her longer parts, or even Aquaman, like on Aquaman specifically, they were saying that her parts were shortened down by a lot.
I think it said that they shortened her part to like 10 minutes or something. So at that point, it's like the extras have more time than her.
Yeah,
yeah, there is a current petition to get her fired completely from Aquaman. I signed that, by the way. So count my signature in there.
Oh my god! Fuck it, I'll sign it for Johnny. For the craziest man with the swag.
Yeah. So apparently the people, I don't know who runs DC. We're more Marvel fans over here.
We are more Marvel fans.
So apparently they're trying to see like how to fire her, because there's just so much going on, and if he lost Pirate 6, why should she not?
Yeah. But didn't he say so on that? I did see something about, even though if he could come back for it, that he wouldn't even do it or something like that. Not even for like a crazy amount of money.
Yeah.
But then I just read, like, I think it was a couple of days ago, I think it might be like a day ago, that he was actually possibly thinking about coming back for another Pirates of the Caribbean. So have you heard anything about that?
No, I haven't heard anything lately about him, but he did go on the stand about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, because there was a 1 week break. The judge had some stuff already pre-scheduled, so there was a week, and that was the longest week for me,
of course.
And so yeah, he said that there was no way he would come back to Disney because they didn't even give him the chance. Once this op-ed was released, I believe it was like a week later, he got news that they were letting him go. And I mean, to me, when I think about Johnny Depp, I automatically think about that role, because it's such a like historic movie, you know?
Yeah. It's been out. I mean, the movies. I remember the first one came out. I think I saw one of them. I don't remember, but I mean, he killed the role.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely
Every
killed
role.
it. He made the role like we were saying. He made the role his, like Robert Downey Jr. made the role of Tony Stark to him.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that.
And that's
right?
what he said. He said, you know, Captain Jack Sparrow, it has parts of me, the real Johnny Depp. So that's why it hurt him so much that he lost that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't blame him. I think that is kind of shiesty if, like, you know, Disney kind of pretty much already, you know, made the decision on like, oh, you really did it. That's it. We're not going to hear the evidence.
They
We're
didn't
not
even
gonna
give him a chance.
Yeah. See, that's different when it comes to that now, because I feel like I think these companies are more scared of the people's reactions if, like, you know, they keep somebody on in the midst of them going through trial. And if they keep them on, they're going to get all this backlash. They're going to get all this, you know, maybe, you know, like say for Disney, they're going to lose a bunch of subscribers. They're just afraid of the outcome or the outcry of the people.
They're scared of losing money.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of how where it boils down to me. Again, that's my personal opinion. That's just kind of how I see it.
Same.
And it sucks where, you know, for Johnny Depp, it's, you know, he deserves to have a right to go through trial, to see where all this evidence points to, and to pretty much see where the blame is going to be, you know, pointed at. So, I mean, I guess we just got to wait and see what happens, you know, when the smoke clears. But it's just pretty fucked up, man, because, I mean, I enjoyed him. I mean, I think one of my favorite movies that he was in, definitely, and I think we just watched it not too long ago, was the movie Blow.
Yep.
And it's just like, damn, dude, he's definitely had a really good acting career. And, you know, I would hope to see him. I mean, my thing too, like at one point I was like, dude, they need to have him in a Marvel movie or something, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I don't think, I mean, for as of now, I just don't think that being likely, because he just doesn't want nothing to do with Disney. I mean, from what it seems. So, but yeah, this is crazy. I'm very curious to see, you know, especially knowing that, like you mentioned earlier, I think you mentioned this earlier, that Amber tried to have she tried to dismiss the case 2 times. So when they say dismiss the case, like, what do they mean by that?
They mean like, oh, basically saying there's nothing to prove. Like, why are we wasting our time? Basically, they just want to like end the case.
So, but does that mean that she would kind of be acquitted from that, and then Johnny Depp would get the blame?
Yes, they basically, in a way, they basically just want to close this case and say, you know, like, there's not enough evidence. We dropped the case, basically dropping the case on her, and that's what her team is trying to. But the judge said, no, there's evidence. There's plenty of evidence.
Yeah, they have to go through that. I just don't think they just can get up like, all right, Barry, you know, we're good. We're gonna get up and just, you know, put this under the rug, question, and then that's it. Yeah,
I know you're a Marvel fan. I know that she said that Aquaman was the most successful movie for DC.
Successful, I would say maybe. Maybe as of now though, no. The new Batman came out with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, that one's good.
Not anymore. Yeah, that one.
Zoe?
Yeah, not anymore. Maybe at one point I would take her for that. Yeah. Yes. Because I think that was one of the most. I think it was Wonder Woman, and then
probably because Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get her off that
really?
movie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's 100% on Johnny Depp's side, just like RDJ.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So they're riding with him like that.
Yeah, you should YouTube when they're reacting to the trial.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he is, and it's pretty funny, you know.
Well, that's
he's
crazy.
The one that kind of started that turd name. Allegedly.
Yeah, we got to allegedly. I don't want to get sued yet. We haven't.
Right.
The TikTok hasn't popped off yet, so we don't want to get sued.
We don't have those funds.
I know, right? We don't have those funds yet. We're not balling like that.
Not
yet. But no, that's interesting. So yeah, man, Robert. Yeah, if they're standing with their boy, man, I mean, you got to take it for what it is.
And Robert Downey Jr. Sorry to cut you off. He's actually wants him to make a movie. He said something about like he would love to see him as a superhero. What if we do see him?
Yeah, no, I'm with it, man. Like I said, I think he's probably one of my favorite actors. You know, I wouldn't mind it.
Like, and of course we don't know these celebrities, but just based off what we've seen, and the first movie I saw of Johnny Depp was What's Eating Gilbert Grape. You've never seen that movie? It was like I think it came out in '93. Okay, that was the first one, and of course, Crybaby.
I think I might have seen that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, the title sounds familiar. But no, man, it's yeah, that's crazy. I'm learning a lot of new stuff. I mean, like we just said about you know, RDJ being with him, and then Jason Momoa trying to get Amber. That's crazy. Like his own co-host trying to get her kicked off of or trying to get, you know, her kicked off of Aquaman. Yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think the people would be too I guess upset if that does happen, because I mean they know kind of like the story of what's going on with the whole case and all that. So I don't think people would trip. But it does kind of suck when you have to remove those key, like, you know, characters and replace them with other actors, and it throws everything off. I mean, I can get it from that perspective, but I mean, in this situation, I think it's appropriate to do so, especially just with, you know, how everything's kind of pointing out to be. I mean, from what I'm learning now, kind of from what I saw myself and just kind of read here and there, I just think, Johnny D is gonna have to fucking walk out of this with this, hands clean. But you know, it does suck because in the aftermath now, you know, like he was saying himself at one point, you were telling me that he's pretty much like, my image is tarnished already. Like, you guys are, you know, this whole case is pretty much already blemishing my name. You know, what am I going to be once I walk out this courthouse? Like, how's everything going to be after this? Like, my acting career pretty much at this point is just going to be tarnished now because of we're living in a society where once they put that out there, they're going to read those bold point words. Letters.
Wife beater.
Yeah, wife beater, a woman abuser, assault, blah, 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 you know, and it's just kind of like, it just goes downhill from there. And I think just at this point, you know, going through this case and just, you know, following the evidence and following the trails, kind of where this all goes, like, people don't want to listen to that. They just don't, like, once they see that, they're like, nope, cancel him, he's done, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair in some, you know, in circumstances like that where it's like you really have to listen to both perspectives and figure out what the fuck's really going on.
Yeah.
It's different, you know, and I just feel like he does deserve justice for the situation he's going in, and I hope they really, you know, definitely dissect this whole case and just really come down to an even playground and just, you know, to see what's going to happen. I mean, I just hope it doesn't totally blemish, you know, his acting career completely, because I definitely want to see him more in movies, because like I said, he's a phenomenal actor.
For sure.
So it's I'm curious to see where this goes.
Same. And like he said, you know, it's not about the money. It's not about, you know, he said, she said, he himself said, no matter what, I'm always going to have that name on me, wife beater. You're always going to think, even if he proves that she was abusive, there's always going to be, I'm sure she has, I don't know, maybe a little bit of fans, because when I'm watching the trial, you know, they have the chat open. I like to watch it in Law and Office because they leave the chat open. Other ones, they don't.
Yeah, they close it. People get ruthless on that thing.
So, you know, he himself said, no matter what, my image is ruined. My image is ruined. And I just want the people to know the truth. And he just wants to do it for his children. He did talk about how he has 2 kids, an older girl, woman now. Her name is Lily Rose, and Jack, his youngest son.
Of course, Jack.
Yeah, and his youngest son was actually bullied in school when this all happened. Oh, shit. He testified that, and when I say he, I mean Johnny. Johnny testified that kids would bring magazines to Jack and say, "This is your dad, right? Your dad's a wife beater." Can you imagine that? Yeah. Like, to you, your dad is like, you know, your hero. Yeah. You know, to me, it's mine. Yeah. And for somebody to come and say the opposite, you're kind of like, I would be like, what are you talking about? Speechless.
Yeah, it's definitely tough on the kid. Definitely. And just like I said, with the internet and information being spread so quick, you know, quicksand. It's just, it's crazy, you know. It's crazy how this kind of affects everybody in some sort of, you know, fashion. So, no, that's wild. It is very wild. And just to know that, like, you know, like I said, we're living in a day where, or we're living in an era where this is being publicized everywhere. Everybody's able to see it as it goes on live right there. I mean, dude, we're learning this as it goes, and it's like before that we would kind of have to wait for the outcome and even the results,
like, not to go too far, for the Kardashian Blac Chyna one, there was no cameras allowed.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No cameras. All we got were these caricatures, pictures, and here we're getting like, the raw dog. Yeah.
So how do you think that went about, though? See, they must have both signed an agreement to where, like,
probably NDA or something.
Okay. I'm sure that's probably.
And this one, I feel like, because it was so public, you know, right before she released this op-ed, I think it was 2 weeks before Aquaman. So it's just kind of like, people are like, whoa, that was perfect timing. You released all this info right when Aquaman was going to be released.
Yeah. Boost up the movie, boost up the ratings and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to backfire on her. Yeah, I think my guess right now, it's going to backfire on her. Yeah. She's going to be looked at as the more of the aggressor, and Johnny Depp more as the victim in this. That's just kind of how I see it playing out. I could be wrong. Of course, I'm always wrong. So, we'll see how this plans out. But It sucks, man. It sucks that it has to really kind of, blemish, Johnny D's fucking acting career. And I want to see him more out there on the big screen, man. I want to see if he does even cross into the Marvel world. I mean,
did you ever see? Oh, sorry. No, the Willy Wonka movie.
I never seen it. No, I've never seen it.
Oh, okay, that was a good one. It was creepy but good.
Yeah, he played the main dude, right?
Yeah, Willy Wonka himself.
Of course, Willy Wonka. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I've not seen it, but. No, I mean, I guess we'll just have to, maybe we'll make a part 2 to this and see how it all kind of boils down. But we definitely wanted to do something different today, of course. And, since this is kind of one of those hot topics of the past couple of weeks or, the past couple of months or month, right? You said
yeah, it's been almost a month.
Yeah, so we definitely wanted to, I guess, touch bases on this and just, talk about it, give our perspective, our thoughts, and just, fill in for the people that don't even know what the hell's going on. Because, like, for me, like I said, I really rarely pay attention to this type of stuff, but I know it's something that my wife has been very interested in, and just the stuff that's kind of coming to light and just kind of dropping just bombs. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Yeah. This is really.
I feel like I'm too invested. I can't stop.
Yeah,
like I can't.
I get it. It's like a show. It's like a new show that just came out. You're really gonna binge watch it, and you want to know what's gonna happen. So the same with this case though, because it's like happening live, and you want to find out what happens at the end and what are the results.
And
of
I
this
think
whole
it's
case.
set to end tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's
yeah, I think so. Because the judge said, Friday I have 2 hours to put in this case, and I think the jury will deliberate on Friday, because it's a jury. It's not based off the judge. But I'm just gonna say whether he wins or not, I feel like he did clean his name up a lot. His lawyers, man, they're pit bulls. Yeah, especially Camille Vasquez.
Is that the one for him, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
the one that everybody's like, oh, they should date.
Yeah. I've been seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. If I need a lawyer, that's who I'm calling.
Yeah. For what?
I don't know.
Say, for what? No. So, and that's another thing too. I just lost my train of thought on that. The lawyer, yes, I've been seeing that how they want them to date because they look like they're a good couple.
Yeah.
But also another thing. How old is he?
Johnny's 58.
Motherfucker looks like he's like 30 or
he's
early 40s. He doesn't look like he's aged at all. I mean, to me, he doesn't. But
but I mean, in some pictures you can tell he's already aged.
Yeah, definitely.
He still has really good fashion taste.
Yeah, he does, man. I'm telling you, like I said, he can make anything work, man. But yes, so yeah, that's kind of what we wanted to touch bases on, and kind of just, I guess, give our take on what's going on with the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case, and just kind of how that's playing out.
For sure.
So we're gonna check out.
But let's give a shout out to Dior. They're the only company that stayed with him throughout all this mess.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He has that campaign, the Savage perfume or cologne. You seen that commercial where he's playing his guitar, walking with the wolf?
I think I might have seen it. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes. Damn, that's surprising though, because.
But okay, check this out. Sorry, I just got to say this.
Yeah.
So in the trial, his sister testified because she was his manager.
Yeah.
And she said that Dior came and said, we want to work on this deal. They're still together at this point, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Okay.
And the Amber Heard, of course, being a hater that she is, she said like, why does Dior want to work with you? Like, they're about class and style. You don't have style.
What?
You're just a fat old man.
She needs to get slapped in the face for that. I'm
like,
sorry. I'm not for assault, but nah. A woman needs to do that. No, yeah. That baby slap.
And I'm just like, you're the one copying all of his suits and everything. So
it's such a stupid thing to say, especially when we know it's not true.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that out of you can't say the man doesn't have style.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's why to me it kind of it almost angers me.
But I just wanted to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
Next, big purchase. I'm gonna purchase something from Dior.
Dior.
Yeah.
So what is Dior more like a?
It's high end.
Is it like clothing or is
they do? They have clothing. They have makeup. They have perfumes, purses.
Okay.
Kind of like Gucci.
I've heard of it. Yeah, but it's like I never knew what they were. Oh, Christian Dior. Okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, everybody said that their sales gone up. Johnny in 2 days got 2.1 million followers on Instagram. So one of them being Jason Momoa.
Of course.
He stopped following Amber. That same day, he started following Johnny Depp.
Oh man, yeah, it's all coming down.
I can't wait to see the end.
Yeah, we'll have to make another episode and definitely touch in on that and just kind of how this whole thing plays out. But like I said, we wanted to just fun everybody that's not been following it, and just is curious to know maybe a little bit more in depth. Hopefully, we schooled you up in a little bit and just kind of simplified a little bit more things. Because for me, I have a hard time really kind of like digesting these things and just like really trying to understand what's really going on. And I feel like we got to the bullet points on kind of like when it started, why it started, little backstory and kind of like Amber Heard and what she she was involved with, like an altercation before with her partner in the past, and just kind of how did Johnny Depp kind of I guess disappear into the mist for a little bit and what happened in the midst of that. So yeah, we definitely wanted to chat it up. And
and it's a lot of time invested. You think about it, they're in the East Coast. I have to wake up at 6:30 to make sure I'm on there.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, we know that you're on it now. We definitely know you're on it. But we're definitely gonna close this out. Again, wifey, thank you for coming by and being my co-host on this one while the White Rhino's absent.
Of course, I'm so proud of you both.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see how this grows.
Thank you.
Don't forget about me.
No, of course. You live with me. What are you talking about? We're doing this in our spare room. But we're going to close this one out. As I always, go check out our past previous episodes on our major stream platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Internet from Radio, and check out all the videos to our episodes on YouTube. And make it easier for yourself. Follow us on Instagram at the Tipdish Podcast, where you can find a direct link in our bio that'll take you everywhere we're available. Make it easy for yourself. But we'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Have an awesome Friday. Have an awesome weekend. And as always, we love you. Take care. Peace.